What's up? What's up? It's your boy Dwell, aka Mr. J, aquí en la casa, coming at you sideways with another episode of Las Different Voices. Today in la casa, I got Delek kicking it. Aquí anda el Cheese también, pero aquí anda Delek. What's up, Delek? How you doing, bro?
Dog? What's up? Good.
Thank you for
good,
coming
good.
by, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
¿Cómo
yes,
estás?
Sir. Everything good, my G?
Everything good? How's
Everything good. Happy to be here.
Nice.
Check you out and see what the fuck we do here.
Nah, thank you for coming by. I appreciate it, bro. I know, también we've been talking about this for a little while.
Yep.
And we're here today. We made it happen. You
Yep.
made it happen. Thank you for coming by. I know you're busy. I know you're doing your thing. I know you got a lot of things going on. But you know what? I'm like, you know what? Jessie would be dope to
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. Yeah, no, that we were overdue and we're right here now. So let's run it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pues history también porque pues aquí anda Cheese, pues también gracias a Cheese, you know, nos conocemos, you know.
Shout out
Cheese has been here before. El Psycho Disciple, saludos, aquí anda el guy medio agüitado, pero aquí anda. Pero how's the weather treating you, dog? How was the
shit, you know what I mean? I'm over there in Corona now. It's fucking hot.
It's hotter than right here?
You know what I mean? It's a lot hotter, dog. We'll see how that AC bill is going to be this month. That shit's been running all day, every day. So, but it's all good, you know what I mean? We're just chilling indoors, keeping cool.
That's right. Porque sí está caliente. I was in Riverside yesterday. Man, I mean, I could stand it, pero tomos it is different than a little bit hotter than right here, dog.
It is.
But yeah, thank you for coming by.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. The drive wasn't too bad?
Nah, we good, you know what I mean? Puro fast track aquí.
That's todo. That's right. Sí conviene, ¿verdad?
Yes,
sí
sir.
Conviene?
Yes, sir.
You still making a lot of trips down here?
Oh, all the time, dog.
See?
Know what I mean? Santa Ana's where it's at, bro.
See,
know what I mean? For all the homies with the music, the bread, everything's in Santa Ana for me. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I'm still fresh over there in Corona, but yeah, I'm always here in Santa Ana or in Orange County, LA County. You know, I'm everywhere.
That's right.
But yeah, I'm over there in Corona now.
Yeah, so like I said, thank you for coming by, and we're gonna chop it up good, dog. You know, feel free. This is your casa right here.
Yep. Appreciate you.
It's been like, I know we always talk it, you know, we always chop it up aquí y allá, pero también pues you know, I'm happy that you came porque we could talk a lot about también, you know, Jessie, se llama Jessie, you know, you don't mind me saying your real name, ¿verdad?
No, it's all good.
Delek, Jessie.
Yeah.
So depende of the situation. Cambia, you know. Some people call me Dwell. Some people just go by my real name, Luis. Cheese, Caesar. Depende de la situación.
Yep.
So I might.
It's all good.
You know, it might go off and on different ways.
It's all good.
Pero yeah, bro. You know, el Delek aquí is one of the dopest beat makers that I've got to know. You know.
Appreciate you.
I don't know too many, pero you know, it's still like the sound that you bring.
Thank you.
To the music, bro. Like I've used a couple of your beats.
Hell yeah.
El Cheese pues me pasó unos, you know.
That's
I know.
That's right.
Me dio unos, pero así nomás para mess around.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, you make some dope beats, bro.
Appreciate you.
What it is también to me is like, this is Santana stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not too many people really use that sound, the raw sound of the funk. ¿verdad?
Yeah. I just try to keep it. You know, it's the cloth I come from, and but I try to keep it fresh.
See,
not too like, I don't know what's the word I want to say, but not too familiar, and just, you know, just fresh. You know what I mean?
See.
Familiar but not too familiar, and just something fresh, and you know, I just fuck around and hopefully the people fuck with it. That's it. You know what I mean? It's just something I like to do, though.
Porque mira, even like, pues I've known you as Delek for a little while, right?
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, pues I known you as Jessie.
Yep.
Pero Astro también.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't know you as Astro.
Yeah.
Pero
that was a DJ name of mine when I was 13, 14 years old. You know, that's kind of where my music journey started. You know what I mean? I was a house DJ when the house scene was kicking back in '96.
Oh, so you got that house music también?
Yeah. That's kind of where the journey started for me. You know what I mean? I was a DJ for house music first.
Oh, okay.
But you know, the rap, I always grew up with the rap.
Yeah.
So it was always in the background. But that's kind of where my feet got wet first, was mixing the house music, dog.
Oh, I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know that.
And Yeah, early 95.
Oh, damn.
96, you know, when the house party scene was cracking here in Orange County and LA County.
I was young. I was young in esos tiempos.
Yeah, you know, I was 13 years old, 14, fucking mixing at house parties already and shit, dog.
That's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's kind of where it started for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope. I didn't know that. So, and you know what? When I was growing up, I had some cousins that were into the house scene a lot. They were older than me.
Yeah.
But I've never, like, heard those songs again. But, like, pues esa house music was dope. I mean, you know, like.
It was big, dog. It was big. You know, party crews were big. The party scene was cracking. You know, the groovers, the pretty boys, the breakdancers. You know, a couple homies in the mix, too. But it was cracking, dog. It was cracking.
And it's dope that happened a lot in Santana, right? Like.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Santana has a lot of culture, bro.
Santa Ana was popping. And, you know, I was happy to be in the mix right there, dog. And that's kind of where I started, you know, mixing house music. And I was part of a little crew, UFO.
UFO? What did that mean? What does that mean?
It stood for Usually Faded Objects.
Oh, damn.
That was us. You know, we were a bunch of groovers and breakdancers. And we were just fucking around, you know, a bunch of kids, you know, from fucking 14 years old to 17 maybe. And our little crew were just throwing parties and making it crack. And I was a DJ for the little crew, you know what I mean?
That's dope, bro.
And they put me on, and you know, a lot of other homies blessed me and would let me fucking mix at the parties, throw me on their flyers and shit. You know, I had a little name back then, and that's kind of where the music journey started for me.
Oh, damn. That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
But you've been in music for a good while.
Yeah,
right?
since then, I just never stopped. You know, like I said, I was mixing house music, and the hip hop was always there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so back then, as a house DJ, not too many would fucking scratch and shit like that, right? It was more just blending music.
See.
And so I wanted to be a real DJ, basically, right? I want to learn how to mix, scratch. So, you know, the hip hop shit, well, that's where I started fucking with the hip hop records. And Psycho Realm was coming out at that time, I remember. And so
those guys changed up the game, huh?
Oh, fuck yeah.
They changed up the game.
That shit was hard, dog. That shit was hard. It was like a cult following with those fools, dog, till the day. You know what I mean? They're still cracking, dog. The sound was, you know, like Cypress. Obviously, they had Be Real in the mix too. The sound was like Cypress Hill, but different. And so I learned how to scratch because I wanted to be, like I said, like a real DJ. Supposedly me, you know, I didn't want to be just known as this. And Romeo, I don't know if you know the homie Romeo.
I never met him, but Cheese talks about him, and my brother-in-law talks about him. You know, they know him from back in the day.
So, you know, back in the days, I used to, you know, my brother Ray, shout out my brother Ray. That fool was at his own scene at the time. You know, I was 14, he was like 23 at the time. So they had their own little, you know, they were older. They had their own party scene, and his homeboys and his homegirls used to listen to me mix house music in the garage and shit. So at the time, you know, it was a scene, right? So the people used to go like, hey, I'm going to go kick it with your brother in the garage and shit, check him out. You know, I would be in there bumping house music and fucking...
Se ponían a bailar, ¿o no?
Se ponían ahí las girls, and so they were fucking... It was, you know, it was crazy, dog. And everybody started, you know, they were gravitating towards that.
See.
Those fools were in the other room bumping, you know, More Bounce to the Ounce and shit like that. And I'm in the garage fucking doing house music. So they would jump into the garage, kick it with me. And the homeboy Romeo, shout out Romeo, he saw me scratching it up, you know what I mean? And he fucking pulled me to the side. He's like, hey, fool, I do music, you know what I mean? And I want you to mix some shit on my fucking records, you know what I mean?
You have stuff for that?
That fool, I'm pretty sure, still has it. You know what I mean? Crazy. And so, you know, he told my brother, hey, you know, can you take your little brother to my house, to the studio, and I want to record him fucking. And sure enough, you know, and he took me there. He did some scratching for his tracks. Then when he would perform in concert, he would take me as his DJ. Damn. And, you know, I was a little fucking 15-year-old, 14-year-old kid.
And that's dope because that's still the old school way. Right now it's different, right?
Yeah,
right now
yeah. I mean, it was just, you know, back then, you know, we're talking about 96, 97, car shows and shit. It was, you know, Bristol was cracking, all that shit. And that fool Romeo had me on stage with his ass. Little kid, I'm right there mixing, and but that's when I saw the studio equipment.
Yeah, okay.
With him, I saw the studio equipment. He had the MPC already, and I was just like, "Fuck, this is what I want to do." You know,
that's dope, bro.
I want to make music instead of just mixing music. I want to make my own music too.
Oh,
so that fool was kind of the dude that sparked it for me.
And Romeo.
Yeah, Romeo.
Well, shout out to Romeo,
yeah,
dog.
Shout out to Romeo, and then MAP, and then Crazy Cheese.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So it was just the music was all around and shit, and I had my own little scene with the DJ homies that I got to know over the years.
All right.
And later on, I just ended up making beats and shit, and that's how we got here. You know what I mean?
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's dope. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you did all that like house music.
Yeah.
I remember my cousins would bump that when I was younger. My cousins, I would gravitate to their style, like se ponían, like, como bailaban, there's a style to dance to that.
Yeah, I didn't dance like that. That was like the pretty boy shit. I was more of the Gruber breaker, so I was into popping hard.
Oh, okay.
So I used to pop and try to break dance. But super, like, all into popping. Popping was my shit. I mean, tagging and popping and music, that was like,
And that's what I'm like, you know what? I'm like, Santana siempre ha tenido, like, everything, whatever scene LA has, like, we've had it as big, everything.
Yeah, Santa Ana is like a little fucking piece of LA, I want to say.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Or its own little LA, because, Santa Ana's it's got a lot of culture, like you said, and a lot of talent. You know what I mean? A lot of talent. And, we're right now, Santa Ana's on the come up for sure, big time. Shit is cracking right here. A lot of people coming out of here.
Yeah.
People like yourself, rappers, artists, producers, DJs, big DJs coming out of here. Shout out to homegirl DJ Charisma. She's from Santana.
Oh, yeah.
She's big, know what I mean?
Dope,
and, there's a lot of Santa Ana's on the come up, dog. So right now it's a good time to be in the mix.
You see, that's
what I mean, and put a name for yourself and build your brand and shit. So
how's it been for you in regards to that? Pues ayer you were telling me que ayer you were in the studio.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I've been a little busy. I mean, shit. I got kids now. The Fam Bam, you know what I mean? Shout out to Fam Bam. Shout out to Wifey. So it's been a little challenging to get some spare time for me only, right? For me to fucking fuck around and make music. And but yesterday, we bought a pad. We've been working on it, so we did some projects on it. Finished the projects, so now it's like, all right, it's time to fucking get back in the mix and start making some music again. I kind of stopped making music for a little bit, just been busy. So we booked a session with the homie Wizzle. Shout out to homie Wizzle. I got stories with him right now too. He's one of the homies that he put me on. You know what I mean? He put me on for sure. And yesterday, we booked a session and we banged out some shit. You know what I mean? Trying to get some more beats together, build a portfolio, and trying to just fucking get some placements. You know what I mean? Hopefully we're shooting for some bigger names and shit. So
porque still, like, todavía ese sound that you bring, bro, is still like relevant. Because you're switching. Like, your style has always been different, dog. Like, even, I mean, I don't, like, obviously you're always trying to improve, but even when I started, like, listening to your beats, like, it was like, this is still on a whole different level. Y luego, pues, I had Doughboy Tony here, shout outs to Doughboy Tony.
Shout out Doughboy Tony.
I don't know if you saw it, pero
yep.
I told him, like, la song que hizo, ¿cómo se llama? What's the song he released? Same thing, I forgot what it was. The one that you did.
It's probably one of the first ones we did with him. City Players. Yeah.
Like, without him putting, porque puso produced by Delek and
Simon.
But without him putting that, I could hear the beat. I'm like, you know what? That sounds like Delek beats right there, bro.
You. Appreciate you. Yeah, man.
Like,
I
heard it off the bat.
And once again, shout out to the homie Wizzle. He hit me up, dog. He was already working with Doughboy Tony, and they were looking for a certain sound, and he hit me up. He's like, hey, dog, we got this homie Doughboy Tony, and we're looking for this sound, and you're the guy, homie. Come through. You know what I mean?
Because you got that. It still has that. In reality, I can't speak for every other city, but I know it's not an LA thing, that sound. LA has its own sound, even when it comes to the funk.
Yeah, LA, you know, Orange County, Santa Ana especially, we've been funked up for a minute. Hard. And a lot of fools take pride in collecting funk, you know, collecting that rare funk. You know, it's a prideful thing. Motherfuckers want to be the only ones bumping that jam. So Santa Ana, you know, has been on the funk tip for a minute. So...
And I know you've been doing your thing too, porque I remember back in the day, when I was younger, me llamaba Punch.
Okay.
He would literally go to my house and be like, come over, bro. Come over. He's like, I got a bunch of jams now. I got a bunch of jams.
That's right.
He's like, Jesse gave them to me. But don't tell him I gave them to you, dog. So it's a circle, you know what I mean? Don't tell him I gave them to you. Pero like yo también I was into collecting funk. Pues en esos tiempos uploading it to your computer, getting
exactly.
And in reality, bro, like it's in esos tiempos it was like an East Side thing, like not necessarily the gang East Side, but we all grew up in East Side. Everybody right there
was heavy into the funk, and you know. Shout out my homie DJ Chubbs. He's still out there doing his thing too, mixing the funk. He was one of the very first fucking DJs on the funk tip. That fool would go and fucking crate dig, you know, look for those records at the Compton swamp meets, Long Beach swamp meets, fucking South Central back then, homie. So he was coming up on these rare ass funk records for $1 and shit. When now if you want something rare, you're gonna have to pay some bread and shit, you know, because everybody knows the value of it. But that fool back then, he had all the shit, dog, and he was a homie. Me and that fool were real tight. So he was the one he would record the fucking songs from a record to the CD, break me off, and shit, he was lacing me up, you know what I mean, with a bunch of tight ass funk songs, and he was the one that told me like, hey fool, don't give this to nobody.
That's the famous word, huh?
Don't give them to nobody. I went to the Compton Swami. I went here digging through crates like I'm putting in work. This is not for everyone just to have, dog. I'm like, hey, wait. Don't trip, dog.
Well, shout out to Pancho, though. You know, shout out to Pancho.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's all love, dog. You know, everybody should fucking have good music. Good music is beautiful, dog. You know what I mean? It unites people and makes people feel good. You know, if you're in a bad spot, music can lift you. So,
y luego, pues funk, like you said. So you're a contributor at the end of the day because
thank you.
It kept getting spread, you know. A lot of those jams.
Yeah, they're still out there. You know what I mean? Those same songs. You know what I mean? And but now everybody's got the rare funk.
See, it just blew
that shit's
up
on YouTube like crazy. You can find that shit anywhere and everywhere now. Yeah, that shit blew up. You know, the homies are funk freaks. Shout out to them. Salute to them. They fucking took off with the shit.
But I think, like, this is just my opinion, bro. And I put it one time, like when I was younger, I put it on Instagram. But they were just like not literally exactly like that. But I put like funk kind of got spread out because of DUK, you know. But in reality, I meant like I said DUK to show off, pero it came out of the East Side area, bro. From there, you know, like people. Okay, DJ Omar God, I had him here. Él me dijo like, you can never say who's. People have been playing funk for a long time,
for
you know.
Sure.
Pero I think for it to like como se hizo, I think it kind of came out from that area.
For sure, a lot of the homies that live in that area, they were all funk heads, no doubt about it. But yeah, for the most part, the whole city of Santana has been fucking riding the funk wave. And, you know, right now it's fucking hitting hard as fuck. You know, it's hitting hard. It's been hitting hard. And, you know, back to the story with the homie Wizzle, you know, that's how that song came about. They hit me up, pulled up to the studio. You know, it was basically like a fucking audition almost, you know what I mean? They just said, hey, fool, you know, play with all your shit, you know what I mean? Let's see if we like anything. And that first day, I probably gave them like 15, 20 beats.
Damn.
You know what I mean? They were feeling a lot of shit, build my confidence.
And how does that process work? A ver, that way
it works various ways, dog. It can work various ways. For that song, since we're on that song, I played them. I only had I chopped up the sample and I had some drums on top of it. And that was it. You know what I mean? So I had the drums and the sample and that was good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the homie Wizzo, I remember we cooked that song. We basically cooked it up together, and we dropped the files in his computer. You know, my sample, and then I had some other pieces of the song that we used. So you know, we smashed it all together to kind of switch it up a little bit. You know what I mean? And pitched it up because I think the original song is super slower.
Oh, okay.
So I pitched it up, chopped it up, hooked him up with it. And then he started just fucking tweaking it. He doing the Wizzo shit, dog. That motherfucker got that ear, you know what I mean? He made that sample sound clear. He added a little bit more bass to it, tweaked the drums, and sequenced the bitch. Made it into the full song, you know what I mean? Stretched it out, took, you know, made the hook part, the verse parts. Boom, and that was it, dog. And we had the fucking song, you know what I mean? So
yeah, that's dope. Like I said, I recognized it right away. I was like, that sounds like some Delek beats right there.
Yeah. And you know what I mean? Usually, when I chop up music or when I sample and shit or funk or any type of music, because I don't just fuck with funk. I try to hide the sample as much as I can, dog. Yeah. You know, I try to for that song, I really didn't do it that much, but for the most part, I try to hide the sample. I want the listener to not recognize the sample, dog. See. I want them to fucking be like, where did he get this from? You know what I mean? What is it? What I know the song, but I can't put the fucking name to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for that song, that's how it worked out, dog. And you know, they shot the video to it, and you know, threw my name out there, got my credit, so it was all love. And yeah, and there's been other songs where, you know, all he really did was some mastering. But for the most part, it's really me laying the fucking foundation, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm the one laying the foundation, and that fool comes and builds around it.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured, because I did tell Doughboy Tony that. Like, to me, I'm like, this is how I see it. Delek made the beat, and I think that the way I see it, Wizzo probably...
Yeah, that fool tweaked it up.
Did his magic after that.
Yep.
And then you came and rapped. That's how I saw it.
Yeah,
you know?
something like that, dog. Basically, and that's the process right there, dog. You know, it's a team, dog. You know what I mean? And everybody plays their part, right? And but for the most part, I'm like the foundation, dog. I lay the fucking concrete. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah,
for them to build a house on and shit.
Some Santana sounds right there, bro.
Yeah.
Like
so yesterday,
Santana stuff right there.
We were in there, and we cooked up some decent shit. I shot them some more stuff. You know what I mean? And hopefully we make something out of it. You know what I mean? But we had some bangers, dog. We had some bangers, and you know, we'll see what we do with them. Hopefully we're trying to chase the bigger names too. You know what I mean? We're definitely working with Doughboy Tony a lot right now. You know, trying to build that up. Doughboy Tony's dope. Homie's young. He's got all the potential in the world to make something happen, dog.
Yeah.
So we're really supporting that. I'm really supporting that. Motivates me to see somebody, you know, rap to my shit, basically, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it motivates me. It's like, oh, okay, shit. So, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm right there cooking and I'm like, oh, shit, this shit sounds hard, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're going to like it, you know, or they're going to like it until I'm there and play the shit. And I'm waiting for the reaction, right? So when I see the reaction, like, oh yeah, hell yeah. And I'm like, all right, hell yeah, let's keep it moving and shit. Let's keep cooking. And that's basically it right there, dog.
Well, I met Wizzo at one point.
Okay.
Cause you through Jess through Cheese, you know what I mean? Obviously, Cheese was like, let's go with Jessie. Jessie conoce this guy named Wizzo. And obviously, Wizzo, you know, he's known for working with Nipsey Hussle.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever get to incorporate?
Yeah. See? He got me one of my first placements was a Nipsey Hussle fucking track, dog.
Oh, see?
He hooked it up, dog. I shit my pants on me. You know what I mean? When he gave me that phone call, like, hey fool, you just scored a home run, homie. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh shit.
I'm a late bloomer, Nipsey Hussle. I didn't.
Yeah, you know what? I got a pretty interesting story about all that. You know what I mean? So before I really started making beats, I used to fuck off all my money, dog. I mean, I would party hard.
Like all of us.
Party hard, you know, the bottle service, que la banda, que there's always just fucking. If I made $1,000, I'm gonna party with $1,000. I mean, it was all gonna go. Until I heard fucking Nipsey Hussle, homie. Until I started listening to Nipsey Hussle, I fucking gravitated towards his message, homie. That all money in, no money out shit. Fucking that shit sucked me in. And since then, I changed, dog. I was like, you know what? You know, this is right, dog. This fool is right. And I started saving my bread. Stopped partying as hard. That, you know, I was still partying, but I just wasn't doing it the same way. I finally came up with some money. I remember I got me a little condo, moved out of the parents' pad. And at the same time, I had enough money to buy me studio equipment, dog. And so I bought my fucking, I bought a MacBook. I bought a fucking, the drum machine. I bought the interface, and I bought some studio monitors. And I was like, fuck, it's time for me to let this out, dog. Because till then, you know, when I was smaller, I was a DJ. And then I had some whatever little software, you know, Fruity Loops when it first came out and shit. Acid 2.0. I was using that to make beats. And I always wanted a drum machine, dog, because that's where I come from, that cloth, right? Yeah. I wanted a drum machine. But a drum machine is expensive, bro. And I never bought it, right? And till I got older, maybe I was like, 26, I want to say. I fucking bought the equipment, dog. Moved out, bought the equipment, and I started fucking cooking up, dog. For real, know what I mean? I had real equipment, and I was 26 when I bought the shit. But prior to that, I've been collecting music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would listen to other music out there, and I was like, I know where these fools got this shit, right? It's this song, it's that song. And they're not even, all they're doing is looping. They're not even chopping. They're not mixing it. So I'm like, man, I got this funk song that no one's heard of. I know if I fucking throw this out with some drums on top, I'm sure motherfuckers should dig it. And that's kind of how the shit started for me, dog. And bought this shit, started cooking. And then my cousin Ernie, shout out Ernie.
Shout out Ernie.
He introduced me to Wizzle.
Oh, for Ernie?
Ernie introduced me to Wizzle.
Oh, damn.
You know, Ernie was like, you know, because Ernie is a drummer. Ernie's a fucking drummer.
All right.
So I would tell him, like, hey,
Inside. I'm laughing for something else.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I'm making some beats. Why don't you come and fuck around with my drum machine like if it was a drum, like real drums, you know? Because I was still learning, too. And so he's like, hey, I got a homie that makes music, you know what I mean? His name's Wizzle. You should check him out. You know, he might like your shit. So I was like, whatever, dog, you know, I'm hooked me up with him, right? So he's like, all right. One day he called me. He's like, hey, dog, come down to downtown Santana. We're right here at the homie Wizzle studio. He wants to meet you, dog. Come bring your fucking shit, too. They want to listen. And right then and there, you know, plugged up, started playing my early shit. And that fool was like, oh, yeah, we can do something, homie. Damn. You know, that fool heard the samples, you know what I mean? That rare funk, those crazy oldies. And then just the way I was chopping him up and shit, he was like, oh shit, we can do something with you, homie. Let's keep working, you know? And then we just started working, and that fool one day was like, hey, you heard of Nipsey Hussle? And I was like, hell yeah, you know, I'm a diehard fan and shit. He's like, oh, I'm his engineer. I was like, shut the fuck up, you know what I mean? You ain't his fucking engineer. He's like, I'm his engineer, dog. Damn. I'm like, nah, dog, you know what I mean? I'm thinking this fool's from Santana, like, Dipsy's out there in LA County, you know what I mean, LA. And he was like, yeah, you want to go to the studio? I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. Saturday morning, get ready, come through. Be here at fucking 9 in the morning. We're going to drive to LA and we're going to go to the Nipsey studio. And sure enough, I was right there and I was like, oh shit. And this is during the time, right before this is when I think he was working on the Crenshaw mixtape.
All right.
And, so yeah, dog, I got to meet the homie, dog. I was in the studio with him. You know, I was blessed to be there, dog. I was just a fly on the wall, dog, because I was still a rookie, you know what I mean? I didn't even think I belonged there and shit, dog. But homie Wizzle said,
you were there.
Homie Wizzle said, no, we got something here. Right here, and he was just keep chopping samples. He was just at the time, you know, my drums weren't up to par, dog.
Can I get another one? You want another one?
Yeah, I'll take another one.
Can I get another one?
Yeah, my drums weren't up to par yet, so that fool was just like, don't trip, just keep chopping the samples. You got some good samples, you know what I mean? And you know, we had a team. GMB was our, shout out the homies, Kyle and Kevin. We were all little. That's what the homie Wizzle was doing at the time. He was
Get Money Boys.
Yeah, he was putting together a fucking a production team.
Right.
So he's like, you'll fit right in, homie. You know what I mean? We're building a studio. We built a studio right there in downtown, and just started cooking up, dog. And next thing you know, fucking hits me up and says, "Hey, dog, that sample you did, you know, homie added some drums. I did this to it. All three of us touched it, and homie Nipsey's gonna drop verses on it." I was like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean? And he's like,
"What jam is?"
It's called Cuban Links. It's featuring Scheme. So it was featuring Scheme. It was supposed to be on the fucking Crenshaw mixtape. I remember being in the Nipsey studio, and he had a whiteboard of all the songs that were gonna be on the shit, and the fucking the Cuban Links was on the list for a while. So I was like, oh shit, you know, I'm about to be on this fucking on his mixtape, dog. And but the shit it didn't make the cut. But the homie Scheme was working on a mixtape at the time, and since he was featured on the song, he dropped it on his mixtape.
All right. That's
so it came out, you know, and it's out there. You can find it on YouTube. Cuban Links,
right.
Nipsey featuring Scheme, and you know, got my fucking first placement, dog. And I was in the clouds, dog. You know what I mean? I was like, fuck, I can't believe fucking.
That's history.
Yeah, that was cool, dog. And you know, Nipsey had us around, dog. You know, he had us. We were there at the fucking when he sold his Crenshaw mixtape, $100 per the CD.
The one that Jay-Z bought?
Yeah.
He bought how many?
I think like 10 copies or something like that. I'm not sure. But we were there at the store with him, you know what I mean? While he was doing his thing.
Oh, damn.
And I was just tripping, dog. Like, damn, you know, this motherfucker's doing it, dog. And he had a line, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers were happy to spend $100 to do the meet and greet. And it was motivating, homie. And
that's a trip, huh? Cause I think, like I said, I became a late bloomer in him.
Mm-hmm.
Pero just like you said, like the way he raps, se enseña. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's dropping jams, homie. If you listen, he's dropping some fucking
like,
jams.
That guy could have been.
He could have been a lot bigger. He was going.
If there's anybody close to Tupac, it's him. You know what I mean?
That fool was
in a different way. Maybe
that fool was G, dog. That fool was G, and you know what I mean. You know, it was fucking what Wizzle. You know, I'm obviously Mexican. Wizzle's Mexican, and his homie Nipsey's partner. Shout out George Peniche, JP, Mexican. So it was us three. We were there together because we were the only Mexicans in the whole entourage, dog. You know what I mean? So ahí los pegábamos, and I remember fucking he invited us to the Pay Dues concert.
Oh, okay.
And we were on stage with Nipsey right there. We were in this trailer and shit.
Oh, damn.
And I was chilling and watching fucking, you know, one thing that I did notice that day that we were in the trailer with Nipsey. It was Pay Dues. This is a big concert, right? It's a festival, basically, right? It's a gang.
I went to a festival or Pay Dues or Rock the
Bells? It's like Rock the Bells, though. Yeah. It's like Rock the Bells. And what I tripped out is that, you know, so there's a lot of rappers in that lineup, right? From everywhere, right? From fucking New York, all over the place, right? Yeah. What I noticed and what I tripped out on is when we were inside Nipsey's trailer, that all the fucking rappers came and paid respects to that fool. They checked in with that fool, you know what I mean? They came to this trailer, hey, what's up, Nip? And at that time, dog, Nip, fuck, dog, he didn't even have, it wasn't a big entourage he had with him, dog. It was just, you know, us fucking...
Los tres amigos,
wait, the three beaners right there, and a few of his homies, and that was it. That was the crew, dog. You know what I mean? And we were right there, and
that's a good experience, though, dog.
That was fucking, it was awesome, homie.
Yeah, I'm happy for you that you got to experience that, bro.
Experience that, and fucking, yeah, dog, it was a trip, dog, and I was just like, fuck, this is it. This is what I'm gonna do, dog. Yeah. This is it. You know what I mean? Right. I'm gonna make music, dog. This is my calling, dog. So it was like.
Cause you got it, dog. You got it.
And it was, you know, it was crazy. Like I said, you know, I used to fuck off my money, heard that fool, got involved with this music. Marathon Continues, the brand. I was all about that shit, and eventually ended up in there, dog, which was a trip. Know what I mean? It was like fuck the universe or whatever you want to call it. It's paying its way. You know what I mean? It's doing its thing with me, and it was an experience, dog. And you know, shout out homie Wizzle, dog. You know what I mean? That fool put me on, dog. He put me on, and until the day he's putting me on, dog. Like with the homie Doughboy, same shit. Hey, fool.
That's right.
Kyle way, you know what I mean?
That's good that at least, I mean, you know, it's from Santana. You know, keep the
dog, and
because we like you said, aquí hay mucho
not too many motherfuckers are gonna call you and say, "Hey, wait, Kyle, I got fucking a plug with Nipsey, or we're building a new artist, Doughboy Tony, that has potential." Someone that has an opportunity like that is gonna try to keep that shit to himself, though. Keep that shit home base and like, nah, this is only me and for me only. But you know, the homie's he's a good dude, dog, and
that's good.
He sends love and he keeps fucking tagging me in and
that's
shit.
Good. That's
good.
Good.
So that's it, dog. You know what's another funny story, dog, about the whole Nipsey shit? So I remember one time I told this story before to the homies, but so you know, we go to the studio. And this is the beginning stages when I didn't even like talk to Nip. I would see him, but I was like, I'm not gonna. Who the fuck am I to be like, hey, get on that way, or let's start chopping it up, you know what I mean? So I was just like, I was a fly on the wall way. And we pulled up to the studio, and it was just Wizzo and the homie George Peniche and Nipsey, us four in the studio. That fool had a studio in downtown L.A. And those fools, Wizzo and George Peniche, were like, hey, let's go get some food. So they're like, yeah, let's go. Y se pelaron, güey. They didn't even like tell me, dog. You know what I mean? Y pues me dejaron con Nipsey, güey. I was in the studio, just me and Nipsey, dog. That fool was on his desk, you know, writing some lyrics, getting ready to drop some shit. And I was like behind with my drum machine, my earphones, and I didn't tell him anything, dog. Know what I mean? I didn't know.
How were you feeling? Nervous?
I was starstruck, dog.
See?
Know what I mean? I was like, oh shit,
what right do I
do? I'm right here with my favorite rapper, basically. You know what I mean? And I was like, should I talk to him? I overthought it, dog. Know what I mean? Because he was writing lyrics too, so I was like, I don't want to fucking interrupt him. You know what I mean? And no dije nada, güey. I didn't say nada. I just kept fucking.
Toma.
Nada.
¿No se te salió eso?
Nada, güey. Nada. Because like I said, I saw him writing and shit, so I was just like, this fool's probably in the zone. You know, he don't know me. I'm just the homie that they left and shit. You know what I mean? And but later down the road, once we got to meet him a little more, then he you know, he was cool, dog.
That's dope, dog. That's a good story, though.
He was cool. He was real cool, and always one other thing I remember being in the studio is you know, we were all cooking, chilling, drinking, whatever, cooking up, making music, and that fool kind of paused everything, and he pulled everybody so he had his little recordings area. Then he had a little sala, living room. Pulled everybody over there, and he just started like, hey homies, everybody's here for a reason. We're building a fucking this thing right now.
You're a mime, dog? Go ahead, do whatever you gotta do.
Sí,
güey. Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah. Sorry, we waited.
No, but that's a trip.
So, anyways, that fool was there, and he basically told us like, everybody's here for a reason. Keep doing what you do. Right here, what we have is a well-oiled machine, and we need to make like 10 more of these that are just gonna keep creating content, creating bread. Just everybody stay on track. Everybody's here for something. I don't care if you're here washing toilets, but you're part of the team, homie. And just hearing him say that, and I'm like, oh fuck, like hell yeah, like
that's dope,
we're on. You know what I mean? We're on. And the homie Wizzo had his own key to the studio, so we would show up whenever. Plug up, you know what I mean?
That's a good experience, though.
Yeah, it was crazy, and it just happened so fast for me because at the time I was still learning how to make music with my drum machine, and it was amazing, dog.
That's a good way to learn.
Yeah, that shit fucking woke me up. And when they sent me the finished track, you know, the homie's like, hey, fool, check your email. I just sent you the track, dog, and I was just like, fucking me cagué, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck, I got fucking, I got dope, a Nipsey Hustle placement, dog, you know what I mean? And, you know, this was 10 years ago, dog, but still, you know what I mean? It's out there, and you know, it was an experience, dog.
It's going to be out there forever.
Yeah, it was an experience that, shit, dog, I'll never forget, dog. You know what I mean?
That's good, bro, and I'm happy for you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's a good experience, dog.
Yeah,
that's a good experience. Who do you ¿a quién estudias when you know, anybody you study?
As far as producers and shit like that? Well, just everybody, dog. Know what I mean? Everybody and anybody. Obviously, the legends, you know what I mean? DJ Quicks, Dr. Dre's, Pete Rock and shit. The East Coast.
Any modern guys?
Modern guys, well, right now the drums is very important You know what I mean? So yes, I listen to one of the more modern guys, like the Mustards, I would say. What's another one that's I don't know if you listen to Larry June.
I don't listen to him, but I know he. Okay, I like the beats because when I look up beats on YouTube, Larry June type beats.
Okay. So his producers, which are like Sledrin, well, I can't think of their names right now, but most of the producers he works with, all those guys, because they're on some funk shit too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're on some funk shit. Yeah, they're on some funk shit too, and I just like to hear what people are doing, dog.
You know what? The reason I haven't gotten into that stuff, like I can't. I like the beats, bro. Like, ¿cómo se llama ese guy? London Drugs. Like, that's all. Okay. Like, to me, that's like,
that's club music.
Santana stuff. You know? But they have some crazy funk stuff. And it's like, you need some Santana guys to do some raps over this, you know? That's how I see it, you know? Like,
yeah.
So I don't get too deep into it because it's still a different sound, the way they rap it, you know? And it's like...
Sure.
It's like, I'm not saying it's whack or dope, but it's just like, I kind of like block it out because it's like, this is like some Santana stuff. So you know what I mean? Like Larry June.
Yep.
Like it'd be dope. Hearing some like real un mexicano, pues, you know,
Simon.
They'll bring a whole different sound to it.
Yeah, right now Mexicans are definitely on the rise, dog. Something that's bound to crack off. The you know, whatever you want to call it, the Latin heritage or the Hispanic, whatever, Mexican, whatever you want to call it, dog. But we're on the fucking verge of something big right now, you know. With
you listen to any of the who do you listen to? Like, let's just say Chicano rap. Who do you listen to?
Chicano rap, I mean,
because like you said, it's still that scene, pues.
You know, I listen to King Little G. I don't know if that's considered Chicano rap or not.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying because
if you're talking about like older stuff.
No, in general, I'm just saying Chicano rap because.
Yeah, you know what?
Because to point somebody out.
Sad to say, dog, that I wasn't heavy into the Chicano rap, dog, back in the days because, to me, back then the Chicano rap was just. They were fucking gang banging to the max, homie, on the records, homie. You know what I mean? Just super gangster, and I was just like, that's too much for me, dog. I need more. I need something different, dog. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear the same fucking gangbang shit over and over. And I wasn't too heavy on the Chicano rap, dog. You know what I mean? I was, you know, me growing up. I was, you know, Too Short, Tupac, DJ Quick, DJ Pooh. I remember was big. The Psycho Realms. I mean, I don't know if that's Chicano rap. But fuck, Psycho Realm.
I still call it.
That was like hip hop shit.
I call it still Chicano rap, bro. It's like it's you can't. Everybody has their opinion, but it's still like I see it like more. I don't label it as one theme, but it's still Chicano.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you want to call it that, but I mean that's why probably Psycho Realm took off the way they did because they were raza, but they didn't sound like
Chicano rap.
Fucking who was probably popping at the time, like.
Little Rob.
Little Rob or the dude from San Diego.
To me, Little Rob is dope, bro. I don't know if you ever got
he's
into
dope. No, I remember when his first CD came out. Oh, that shit was...
he's dope. To me,
shit was, you know, he was, you know, sampling them oldies. Yeah. That's how he came up, right? Sampling oldies. And
in his own way. También.
Exactly. So that shit, people were fucking with it, dog. And, you know, you know, my brother and his homies were bumping that shit hard. But I was more into the... You know, hip-hop. DJ Quick, hip-hop, and like I said, the first raza that I really fucked with heavy was Psycho Realm. When those fools came out, I was like, because they had all the elements, you know, even in the videos, they were popping and shit, and they had some gangster shit.
Sí.
No, I mean, that fool fucking Sick Jack and his brother, ¿cómo se llama el otro güey? Duke. Duke. Yeah. That fool was crazy, fool. That fool had a crazy...
The first video I saw de ellos era el de Psycho City Blocks.
Okay, that's what
I'm
talking about.
Everything,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Those fools are popping and shit.
With the headphones, with the big headphones. That fool sees like that.
They threw all the elements in it.
Old school lowrider with those fools.
That's what I'm saying.
They did some...
Yeah, dog. They blended that shit clean. Yeah, so... That's what I was like. Oh hell yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
No,
they had every element of hip hop in there, and they had the gangster raza Chicano shit in there, dog, which was fresh. You know what I mean? And those fools were straight pelones, baggy, fucking the button up shirts. Like it was different, homie.
Yeah, it was.
And it was hard. It was hard. And I remember back in high school, shit, everybody was on that shit. Everybody.
Even me, I was still a little younger, pero when I got to catch it, I rode that wave too.
So yeah, that's kind of when I really started, like, I guess, you know, fucking with the Chicano rap.
All right.
But now later down the road, you know, you know, now there's a lot of talent now.
Anybody that you interested working with, like aquí locally?
Locally, shit.
Because there's a couple guys, but I mean,
I haven't. You know what? I'm not too. I couldn't answer that right now, dog. Just local talents. You know, just the homie Doughboy right now is the fool that I think is the one. Honestly, dog, right here. You know what I mean? That fool's.
He's the one doing it. Yeah.
He's the one. You know, I know there's a lot of them out there right now, dog, and but some of them sound. You know, I feel like some of them are just doing that a copy and paste. Like a lot of them sound the same, though. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to embrace the funk. Some of them don't want to embrace the fucking
They don't want to fall in this category.
They want to sound more like they want the trap shit, right?
Yeah.
The trap sound, and I like that shit too, but it's getting oversaturated with that. You know what I mean? And but if you do it right, shit. If you do it right, and you make it sound right, then you know I'll you know. Yeah, but I'll fuck with anybody that reaches out or that I, you know, it's all good. But
did you ever meet G-Funk or no?
G-Funk, I don't think so, bro. I don't think but I know, you know, I met his brother. I fucked with his brother before.
Because I think that fool has talent too, bro.
Oh, that fool's hard, dog.
I think that
fool that fucking produced a lot of those Chicano rappers, dog.
Yeah, I think he has talent, bro.
No, he for sure. That fool, he can play his ass off, you know what I mean? He can play instruments and shit. He's got talent for sure. But yeah, right now, dog, honestly, I'm trying to get like a Larry June placement, dog. I'm chasing that placement right now, Larry June, just because I'm a big fan of his, dog. To me, Larry June is like kind of like
check him out more.
Like the new Nipsey Hussle, you know, because he's not rapping just talking shit. He's talking about one thing he's pushing a lot is health. That fool's always talking about being healthy. And he's always talking about buying real estate and investing and shit like that. So I like shit like that, dog. You know, where it's making you a little smarter and shit. You know what I mean? And so I fuck with Larry June because of that, dog. Because I gravitate towards that message too. Just like I did with Nipsey, Larry June is filling that pocket for me right now.
I gotta check that out. Any jams you recommend or albums?
Shit, all his shit, dog.
See?
All that shit. That fool don't miss. That fool's consistent. And his shit is funky. His shit is funky. He's from the Bay, San Francisco, but I mean he's cool. I like his shit. So I'm trying to we're trying to get to him. You know, the team, the Wizzle, myself, all of us, we're trying to, you know, the producer homies, we're trying to get to him and shit. Him, G Perico, shit like that. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all the, you know, and right now all the if you want to call them Chicano rappers or just artists, you know, the King Little G's, Drummer Boy.
Shout out to King Little G, Drummer Boy. Get at Delek, bro. Get at Delek. You know,
them fools. You know,
I know that guy. Did you see his podcast? You know, que hizo con el guy de Who's Talks.
Okay.
You know what? I don't know him. You know, but the way he seems, like he's always down to work with people and show some love. You know,
he's been putting fools on. You know, so shout out to him. So I'm trying to, you know, get my feet wet, dog, and trying to get some placements right. I'm just trying to work with whoever, dog. You know what I mean? I reached out to Lottie the G myself. You know what I mean? Just people that are doing things. You know,
have you worked with him?
I haven't, but I've been sleeping on that. I'm supposed to send him a beat pack.
All right.
I just haven't, but I'm gonna get to
Larry.
Larry.
The G's doing it. To me, he does his thing too, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
he
does his thing too.
Yeah.
He does his thing, and I think he's doing his thing. Y también he, bro, porque I consider him también like a heavyweight in the game.
Okay.
Porque he works with everybody, you know. He has, regardless of anything, he's up there with everybody. with Bozo.
Okay.
With Little One.
Yep. There
He's
you go.
up there with who else? With those guys from BOTG.
Okay.
You know who else is he out there? Cujo the Savage.
Okay.
He has
okay.
tracks with all those guys.
Yep.
Those are the heavyweights right now.
Yep.
Maybe King Little G not didn't track on it, but he has, I know, like 3 or 4 tracks with Bozo.
Yep.
You know, so I know he's doing his thing. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, no. I've been checking him out. You know, I've been checking out his work. I saw him on a couple. Where did I see him on, dog? Which really fucking caught my attention. Vadio Driven.
Oh yeah. Oh, that one was a good story.
Vadio Driven, dog. You know, I didn't really know his story. Obviously, I don't know the homie, but you know, that's when I found out he's from. You know, where he's from.
Maybe I'll tag you and tag him.
Yeah, yeah.
Pero listen to Polari the G, and just let his music play, bro.
Yeah, no, I listen to his
bro.
shit.
You're gonna
No. I
personally,
well,
no, that's me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh shoot, like he has jams, you know.
No,
what I
that
mean?
fool has quality work, dog.
Yeah,
he works with the homie Darren Vegas.
See.
Darren Vegas is a heavyweight. So he's on his way, dog.
See.
He's on his way. So I just wanna, you know, tap in. I reached out. We had a little conversation through the gram and shit, and he shot me the email. So I'm gonna get to you, big dog.
Shout out to him because he, to me, like he didn't question anything, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's the first outside guy that I asked from Santana.
Okay.
Like from people that I know.
Yeah.
And obviously, like I met him at the Kid Frost concert, Sad Boy Loco.
Okay.
Who was there?
Okay, that's another name I would work with too.
Sad Boy Loco.
Oh, you know what I mean?
And I went up to him and I told him, hey, maybe I'll hit you up for a podcast. You
that's
know?
right.
Hit me up, dog. I hit him up. When? I'm there.
Done deal.
He was, you know, to me, that's like
respect.
Like you, I'm a fly on the, like como tú dices, I'm a fly on the wall, bro, in this game.
Yeah.
And to me, he
show love.
He came.
Yeah.
You know,
that's right.
You know,
that's right.
And to me, I'm like, that's I gain respect, you know what I mean? And then he introduced me to Kobe and the Mons.
Okay.
Shout out to Kobe and the Mons.
Okay.
You know who he is?
I heard of him.
He's running ahorita. He does the Urban Cons. Have you been to one?
Okay.
He did one, the Urban Con.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, bro, I was just tripping. Porque everybody that's in the Chicano rap scene, in the Hispanic, Mexican, Latino, whatever you want to call it, was there, bro.
Okay.
Concrete was there. You know Concrete?
Yep.
Concrete was there.
Homie, yep.
What's that girl? Jenny 6ix9ine was there.
Okay.
The guys that se ponen las máscaras de los Cos.
Okay.
They're like puppets.
Okay.
You know, like American Cholo was there.
All right.
Bozo was there. King Little G was there.
That's right. There's one's coming up, you know, another one of that.
In Ontario.
Yeah.
What he's posting up.
So you know, I've been meaning to fucking you know, like I said, I've been busy, just haven't had time. I was back in the studio yesterday, but I'm gonna put together a beat pack and shoot it out to all the homies I want to work with. You know what I mean? And I want to get this beat pack ready for something like that. The Urban Con and shit.
Money, you know?
That Urban Con show up and just pass that shit around to all the homies. Hey, you like it?
That's a good opportunity right there.
Fuck with it if you fuck with it. If not, if you don't like it, fuck it, throw it in the trash. You know what I mean? But
and they're from Santana, bro. And they're from Santana. Kobe is from Santana.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're doing their thing. They're from Santana. So that's, to me, that's like good. You know, that's a plus.
So right now it's it's good that we got something with Doughboy Tony, because we released a few tracks with him. His little EP that he just dropped, we got a few tracks on that too. So we're making noise and the name's out there. So I wanna take advantage of that. And I mean, take advantage of that right now that the name is out there and it's making noise and there's actually content
right now that
out
it's
there.
hot. Right now that it's hot.
Yeah. So
and I think you could do it, dog. You know, like you got a certain sound and you got like that Psycho Realm sound. Not de ellos, but what I'm saying is like que nadie lo tiene.
Yeah.
You know, nobody has been able to duplicate the Psycho Realm sound.
No,
bro.
For sure.
I think like I said, I think you got your own sound. And I don't think a lot of people will duplicate it, you know?
Yeah, we're just gonna stay cooking, dog, y lo que caiga, you know what I mean? Lo que caiga, and but yeah, I'm gonna I'm working right now, on a beat tape, trying to put together like 15 beats on some flash drives and start fucking handing them out, going to concerts, going to fucking the urban cons and shit like that, and trying to rub shoulders with homies, and hey, check me out. Here's my contacts. You fuck with it. Let's work. If not, pues me quedo, dog. You know what I mean?
Anybody, pues obviously not anybody, pero there's a lot of people out there. Not just in the
Yeah, no,
not
yeah,
just
yeah.
raza, but there's a lot of black people doing the thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to work with G Perico. I'm trying to work with, Larry Junes. Everybody, dog. Everybody. You know, I'm trying to, take this as far as I can. See what's up.
And at the end of the day, even one of Tupac's best producers was Mexican, bro. ¿Cómo se llamaba?
Pues that's the homie that's working with the homie right there, Darren Vegas.
But I think he died.
Oh, you're talking about
Bueno, I don't know too much about Darren Vegas, ¿verdad? But I understand he was from
yeah. I'm not sure.
Empezaba con una J.
Yeah. Was it John B or some shit?
John B, something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Johnny B. Yeah.
And I heard he made a lot of those nice beats for him.
Yep.
And as a Mexican, bro, you know, so como mexicanos, you can do a lot, bro, you know.
No, pues sí.
We're underrated.
As long as Mexican, black, white, purple, whatever, dog, as long as you're consistent and stay grinding, something's gonna happen, dog.
See,
I mean, you just gotta stay at it. Don't quit. Marathon continues, know what I mean? Just keep at it, keep fucking grinding it, keep taking them L's, keep fucking just going, dog. Don't let nothing stop you, homie, and eventually the shit's gonna pay itself back to you, dog.
That's
know
right.
what I mean?
That's right.
Because if once you quit, pues it's done, dog. Ya estuvo.
See, pues it's just consistency, you know.
Yeah.
Keep going, don't stop, keep grinding.
Yeah,
that's my word. Keep going, keep going, keep moving, moving.
And that's why, like I said, I gravitated towards the Nipsey shit because that's what he was on. The marathon continues, and I mean, just keep fucking at it, dog. You know what I mean? It's at your own pace. Don't worry about what the next man is doing. Stay in your lane. Keep your head down. Keep working, and eventually, you know what I mean? You're gonna hit that finish line, and shit's gonna be good.
See, no, for sure, no.
So yeah.
Any shout outs you want to give out, dog?
Oh man, shit. Well, to everybody I mentioned earlier, you know what I mean? Homie Wizzle, my cousin EA, all my cousins, the H9 we go by, the fam bam, my kids, the wifey, holding me down and shit. Yourself, homie, to give me the chance to be here. And just anybody that fucks with me, dog. You know what I mean? Let's keep it pushing, and that's it, dog. Let's see what we can make happen. You know what I mean?
And that's right. Any rapper out there, recomendado. Recomendado.
Salud.
Salud. King Little G, Doughboy Tony, Sad Boy Loco, G Perico.
There you go.
Psycho Cheese. Ya se fue el guy, pero.
Sí.
Pero yeah. Where can they follow you at, bro?
They can follow me Instagram, prod PROD _ BY _ Delek DELEK, produced by Delek, and that's where I'm at through Instagram. I need to put out more content. Keep pushing the brand myself. You know what I mean? I've been cooking, and yesterday we were at the studio, and I told the homie Wizzle, like, hey, I've been at the studio so many times, I never post anything. You know what I mean? I need to start posting shit, producing. I mean, showing, putting that content
being out there,
putting that content, putting beats out, see what type of reaction. And yesterday we were there, and I probably posted about 6-7 beats. And I got a lot of good reaction, dog. So that was good. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, I need this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It helps. I got out of that, the homie, shout out Still Authentic Sunday School. He hit me up off of that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, fool, fucking, we're overdue, homie. Come through. Pull up. I want to do something with you too. You know what I mean? So so it's good. So I just need to get stay on it, dog, and that's it, dog.
Yeah, there's a lot of people que traen hambre,
Sí.
Those are good flavor.
Yeah. So,
and tell you know what? In reality, bro, yo nunca le atiné. Even from back in the day, nunca le atiné Delek. What does it mean? Like, I never asked.
Okay.
But you know who told me? Pues I've been kicking it with Ray, a little bit more than usual.
Okay.
Con el Ray, por ahí vamos a bailar,
Okay. Crazy Ray.
Salemos a bailar por ahí, in downtown.
Yes, sir.
A buscar problemas.
You guys go read Bible verses.
Yeah. Pretty much. He told me, like, hey, you know what? He talks about you a lot,
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what Delek means, right?
Yeah.
But I never knew.
Okay.
But tell me a little bit.
Well, when I started, because a lot of people know me by Astro because that was my DJ name when I started. But when I started making music, I wanted a producer name, you know what I mean? I was like, I don't want to go with the same, want to change it up. And since I was always sampling funk music, you know, so I was like Funkadelic, so I just took the Delek out of the Funkadelic and said, you know what, I sample funk music, fuck it, let's write it with produced by Delek. Let's go with Delek. And it took a while for me. They would call me by Delek and I wouldn't even respond, you know, because it was like I was still getting used to it. But yeah, that's where it came from, though, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't put two and two together until he told me, and I was like,
I just spelled it different, you know what I mean? But that's where it comes from Funkadelic. So on my Instagram page, now I'm a little older now, I call myself Uncle Delek.
Oh, okay.
So Funkadelic, Uncle Delek. So
the Grand Delek.
Yeah, so that's where it comes from, though, from the word Funkadelic. Yeah.
No, está bien, bro. I always tell everybody this. Any message you want to send out?
No. I mean, that's it, dog. Just everybody, you know what I mean? Fucking keep your ear out. Subscribe to, you know, homie Sideways right here. Las Diferentes Voices. Dwells.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Show the homie some love. And just keep at it to whatever the fuck you guys are doing. You know what I mean? Follow, you know what I mean? Stay true to you. Keep grinding it. Take the L's like the W's. And shit don't stop. Marathon continues. Numbers. That's right.
It. That's right. Let's keep moving. Let's keep going. Pues gracias for coming by, bro.
Hey, thank you, dog. Thank you for having me. I appreciate
your time.
Yep.
I appreciate your time for coming by, dog.
For sure. Thank you.
I'm trying to get Ray in here también, you know. Pero ahí andamos, bro.
All right. That's for the Freaky Tales version of the podcast.
Yeah. De todo hay que traer aquí, you know.
That's right.
But you know what? Delek makes one of the dopest beats out there. Check him out. You know, make sure you look him up.
Yep.
Sick beats. He's been doing this thing for a while.
Thank you.
And even I have tracks up there. Check with
old stuff, yeah. The first stuff, the early
just
stuff.
Just check it out. Yeah, it's probably from like 2011, but it's up there, you know. So check it out, you know, just to get a little taste. And make sure you stay tuned for more episodes. Check out my other episodes. Go support. It's all raza, you know, pretty much out here, us trying to do our thing, showing love to everybody, as much love as we can, you know, and hate if we have to, but not te creas, eso no. But shout out to everybody, you know, shout out to everybody that we mentioned in here, and everybody do your thing. It's your boy Dwell, Delek en la casa. Once again, where can they follow you?
Instagram, produced by Delek, prod by Delek, underscore in between each word.
And I'll type it up. If someone wanted to check your beats out, just hit you up.
Yeah, we would have to, you know what I mean? Right now, like I said, I'm working on that beat pack.
Yeah.
So if anybody's to hit me up, you know, I'm trying to have that ready within the next, by the end of August. I want to have it ready. So if anybody taps in, there it is, you know what I mean? Here's the shit.
All right.
And we'll go from there.
That's right. That's it. Peace to everybody and thank you. Much love. Thank you once again for coming by, bro.
Cool. Thank you for having me, dog.
Peace.
Hell yeah.